No. Yeah, something like that. Alright, welcome back to Holocure. Today is... Oh, my cat's looking at me funny now since I started talking. Today is kind of a lazy day. Wasn't really feeling like doing anything with the big old story mode, so we're just gonna grind some stuff out today. Starting with... Apparently I haven't beaten with Ina yet. I'm still kind of afraid of jumping into the Indonesia map again. We had some real bad luck with that last time, if you know what I mean. Honestly, I think it's the speed. If I was just a little bit quicker, I think I'd be able to do it. It's not even though with the math. Oh, I could just sabotage my entire run right now. So it's been a couple days. Cat's moving. It's been a couple days since I streamed. Just really did not have the time to make a schedule. It's been a hectic couple days. I'm getting ready for stuff, which I will be perfectly happy to talk all about as soon as I'm done. So, like, the end of next week. I guess I kind of posted about it on Twitter. Just not going to be streaming next week for the most part. Maybe another Guerilla stream at the end of the week, but who can tell? I'm learning that my friends and family don't really have the patience for an entire 2-hour stream, which is really funny to me personally because I will line up like 4 to 6 hours of streams to watch per day. Maybe I have a problem. Nah. No, I just have no life outside of the internet. Truly unfortunate. One of the reasons that I wanted to do this was to meet people. I know that that's like a really common like motivation for starting streaming, at least a while ago, but it's true. I want some of these kind of eternal friendships that happen to spontaneously generate out of the void. Like, I'd like some friend co-workers. I used to joke that if I ever got into an agency, I would, like, the reason that I wanted to get an agency, that is, was so that I could be assigned 3 to 4 other co-workers who would be forced to play games and be friends with me upon pain of contract. Because making acquaintances is easy, making friends is hard. Like, sure, you could go to the beach with a shovel and meet some people that you'll never meet again. You can decide to talk to somebody at a theme park and hang out with them for a day. But making a meaningful human connection? I mean, it's not that that's not meaningful. I'm not saying that talking to people is a waste of time or nothing, but I guess the point that I'm trying to make is that if I'm not going to be able to make lifelong connections with people that'll last the ages, I want a continuous stream of people who will be acquaintances for a short period of time. This is a lesser of two evils thing, not the goal. Would I want an eternal friendship with somebody who would, like, hang out and do projects together? Absolutely. Will I accept just knowing several people on and off and maybe doing a collab and then not talking again for 6 months? Yeah, I guess. don't think we're strong enough for a standstill run. Well, we're like on the edge. We're gonna edge a standstill stream. Speaking of edging, Eternities, Magic, Edge of Eternities is coming out tomorrow. On Arena, at least. I don't remember if that's the physical release. But that could be fun. So I guess I have a couple more hours to decide if I want to actually put money into that game or the account. Because obviously it's going to be slow going otherwise. And if I'm not playing with the new cards, what even is the point? I don't think we need the other XP item. Hello. Ah, yes. The mandatory giveth of a super item because it detected that OBS is on. That is my conspiracy theory, my tinfoil hat moment, and I refuse to be corrected on this matter. I wonder what I'm gonna have for dinner. Because I need to use some of the meat before next week. So maybe like tacos? I should have enough time after stream to make tacos. We'll just call it Tuesday because of how my life functions and my sleeping schedule. I mean, close enough, right? Oh dear. Doot. 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 I wanted to make stew, but I just kept forgetting to pick up the vegetables for it, because we've got no fresh vegetables in the house, as this is essentially step removed from a bachelor pad. Hang on. It's not even a step removed. This is just a bachelor pad. Ain't nobody dating in this house. Ain't nobody getting nothing. I consider it to be a problem that requires fixing. Not that I can do anything about it. Also uses tactile. Just have massive tentacles. And there was one time I made a pot of stew, because stew's just good. It's really easy. It's like a one-pot kind of recipe. And I made the stew, and I had the overhead of the oven on, fan, so that it could blow the smoke or something. Maybe it was just located too close. The problem was that apparently the smell went up through the exhaust and attracted every fly in like a 2-mile radius into my house. And we were just swarming. This happened 2 different times. The first time was like, oh, this is terrible, what could have happened? The second time, I could hear them buzzing like a biblical plague in the air exhaust. And I figured out what's going on. and life sucked for a while. But the real problem was that I had D&D that night at my house. So I had to explain to everybody, hey, just like, I don't know, ignore the plague of locusts. They don't seem to want to come into this room, but, you know, they're around. And they were the big old ones, like, I was surprised. I didn't think so many of the fat ones would just apparate into the house like that. Yeah, live and learn. And then don't make stew in such a location. Another problem I had is that I have not had a coffee in at least 2 hours. Had trouble going to sleep too. For whatever reason, I was getting like restless leg all of last night. I had essentially probably, because I couldn't get to sleep for the longest time, and then I eventually did maybe 11 o'clock, so like 11 to 3. Maybe 4 hours of sleep. Dude, that was gonna be miserable. I wonder if I can sneak in like in a 2-hour nap right after this. Oh, finally. Okay. I think that we've kind of got a good thing going here. We'd be moving around more, but, you know, people stamp. This isn't necessarily a money run, so... Sure. Impromptu no move run. What were they saying? Something about dinner. I've got a couple I've got some meat for stew, and I've got some hamburger for tacos. And tacos doesn't require me to go and do anything, which would cut into nap time. Either one of those options is going to do it, so... Cooking is going to be difficult. Top shelf tacos as well. I considered getting a coffee right before the stream started, just making a little instant coffee. But then I got distracted because YouTube Shorts have a iron grip upon my soul. You know who keeps getting recommended to me, just like all the time now? Regardless of the drama that's going on, is Mari_en. That chick is everywhere. I'm not too disappointed about the fact. I like her a lot. Uh-huh. I don't know if that's the best item in the game, but I think that it might be. So how you doing, chat? Oh, you know, I forgot to set up chat on my phone is the second monitor thing. Oh, yeah. I swear I give myself the most views on my own junk. Not that I look at my junk all the time. Healing, that's another thing. The bomb is going to fit better with this particular playstyle of not moving. Because the other ones seem to be aimed at least a little bit. Also, isn't there like a speed kind of thing involved here? I don't know. Gonna see if we can get a bunch of stuff that doesn't require aiming. The secondary tentacles are big enough that if they point back at me, I'm just not gonna get hurt. I don't have a healing item yet. I don't think this is the best one. Probably fine with the... Hello? Just gonna vibe for a second to the music. Ow. Okay. We're moving. We're schmoving. Yeah, actually. And for whatever reason, I hesitate to talk about this, but it seems like Kuro's been having a rough time this week. She's been rather silent. And I know that it's an issue with like scheduling and projects not coming together, but you know, it's still always rough seeing somebody that you like not being able to do something. But I think one project came together. Wait, what microphone is the YouTube set to? Because I'm not seeing you move again. It's gotta be default, right? It's supposed to be this one, right? Man, I should have paused. Technical difficulties, of course. I think that on any other map that would have been fine to do. It was just this one in particular will spike you down if you don't move. Didn't you dodge? Well, I thought I'd be fine. I mean, I'm not gonna take responsibility for this, but there's not exactly anybody else I can blame for it. Except for, I guess, PNG Studio. I hope that audio is working again, because this would be probably the first time in a couple of weeks that it worked correctly upon booting. Criminy sakes. Even when I do everything correctly, it'll just decide that I didn't do anything right. I'm just like, you know, let's not connect to the game. Which is why I was watching the sound inputs on OBS when I started the stream. And it's like, man, is it broadcasting the game audio right now? Because it's not supposed to be doing that yet. No, that was just the BGM for the beginning of stream. I mean, same difference, but it's not like the intro music would be out of place. You know what's going on? One of the projects that I want to work on is just lowering my voice a little bit. Just naturally, because normally I talk up here and it sounds fine to me because I'm used to it, but I don't like the sound of it in recordings. But I don't exactly have a lot of practice with a more relaxed tone, and when I open up my throat to sound a little bit lower, I end up yawning because I'm not used to it. Doesn't help that I'm tired, but the main problem is that I'm just, I don't know. It could be that second puberty thing that men sometimes get. I also don't know if this is just going to sound all nasally, because with the sound reduction in my headphones, everything's kind of a little bit more punchy on the middle tones. So I don't know if I sound better or what. Do I sound better this way, or does it sound cringe? I don't know. Something to work on. Something to pay attention to in the background of my everyday life when I hear recordings of myself. Speaking of recordings of myself, I have not looked back on any of the VODs recently. A lot of that is because of the audio issues, and I just don't want to sit through the first couple minutes of a stream if it's just going to be me struggling. Couldn't get any worse than the Carrion stream that doesn't exist anymore. Literally only needed one person to say, hey, there's no sound coming from your microphone for an hour and 45 minutes. Kinda defeats the purpose, honestly, because then you're just watching a bad playthrough. Kinda like this. Speaking of bad playthroughs. Man, the last one was such a good playthrough, and I just messed it up entirely. I'm doing significantly less damage this time. Follow sadness, cry deeply. The other problem that I'm having is that if I don't like, I have to go in and manually check it every time, which is just annoying, and I don't want to do it. But I guess it could be worse. I'm just gonna keep harping on this sound issue because it's the biggest problem in my life right now. Oh, so the paints that did I talk about the paints? Not today. So I backed a project for a line of paints, and I'm getting the entire thing. I guess it's coming out next year, which makes sense, but I hadn't actually thought of when I would be receiving them. Like, it didn't cross my mind that it would be more than a couple months. So yeah, that's kind of a far off thing. So not something to set my watch by. But I got a backer update today, I think, that talked about them having a My Mini Factory thing, which is, first off, my preferred system, because that's where everybody sends their models from Patreon. But also, if I could just get some War Machine models, that would be pretty cool. I have a small collection of War Machine models, and by that I mean I was faction complete for multiple factions in the Mark II of the game. Like, I owned every model that was available for multiple factions, and I was close on others. I have no clue how many models have come out in the years since I started playing. But I've looked at their website recently, and it looks like the game has changed so that everything is sub-factions now. Which is kind of the direction they were going with the tier lists that you could play. But I don't know. It's a weird place to be, watching something that you used to love and then stop paying attention and then come back to it after several years. I do the same thing with the World of Warcraft storyline sometimes. I'll just be like, okay, what's been going on in the last 2 expansions? And then I'll read that everything is awful and they've ruined the game. It's like, okay, good. I'm glad I got out when I did. But the main reason that I stopped playing War Machine was due to a breakup, so like, fundamentally that's the reason, but then, like, I couldn't go to that store anymore. It was a big deal. Like, a whole thing. There's a story in there that I'm sure I'll tell eventually, but it is definitely not something... I don't know if it's a personally identifiable story. I'm not famous, but and the couple people that I've told I've sort of sworn to secrecy for that reason. But I don't want to be too open about that kind of personal stuff. At least until I truly run out of things to talk about. Yep, more CEO's tiers. Do I reduce damage? I think we've got some good defensive items. More offensive items would probably be the best at this point. If we could get like a face mask, that would be relatively ideal. I think that Ina does well with full meal because her Takadachis are healing. So that makes sense. You know, we're missing the, there it is, spider cooking. I was about to say, we're missing spider cooking for that first run, so the bonus damage on close things really isn't ticking all that often. I only got the main weapon abilities, so that should be a good start to something. Check this as you do. So I've been wondering, like, I have never started watching somebody when they have such a low viewer count as this, so I don't know the natural progression of it or the usual timings. Like, I just assume that eventually something will happen. I just don't know when. Like, how... I'm assuming that streaming to 0 people is the normal, like, everybody talks about that. But what is the usual time for somebody to get picked up by the algorithm? Do I need to trigger it somehow? Do I need to figure out a game of the week and really nail it? I'm obviously going to miss the Edge of Eternities. I don't have the connections yet to play a bunch of friend slop. That can do, for example, Peak, which I've been seeing an amount of. That doesn't seem like... It doesn't seem like a very in-depth game to begin with, and if you don't have fun friends screaming all the time, it doesn't seem like it's all that fun either. Also, who coined the term AI slop, and why has it become entirely ubiquitous with the AI stuff? Because, first off, only having one term for something is kind of diminishing the problem, right? We should have multiple ways to talk about AI-generated, like, art. Control backstage P increases damage to main weapon and special attacks. Sure. We were looking for a little bit more damage. And that is a little bit more damage. I'm going to continue to ignore this one large Takodachi in the hope that at the end of the game, I will have one that is the size of a boss, as it will continuously consume its smaller brethren. Yeah, I think we want this one because a little bit of healing with probably max of haste and attack. Most likely the most efficient way to do this. And you really get into the rhythm of this one. There's nothing else going on. You just want to get hypnotized by the music. I don't know if it's the chiptune aspect or the beat or just the fact that it's the same song on loop. But This game, or maybe it's because I'm tired, but this game always wants to lure me into falling asleep at the wheel. It's very rude in that respect. Ooh, after using special, gain a 25-second buff that increases the damage of all ranged multi-shot weapons. That includes all of these guys, right? Or is that just melee? Ooh, is that just melee? Like, is Ina a melee character because she's hitting things with a tentacle? This is one of those things where the game really confuses me, is the difference between a melee or a ranged attack, because clearly it's not part of her body per se, but does that make it ranged? There's some that's like Gura, obviously. Gura's going to have a melee attack. Amelia is obviously a ranged attack because bullet and gun. And then there's like, but does Ina have a melee attack? And that's not written anywhere. It's not written anywhere on the character sheet that I've ever found. It's not written on the wiki anywhere. It is one of my biggest complaints, is that a lot of the interactions just have to be figured out on your own. And I have no idea. And I don't have quite the feel of the numbers to be able to guess and figure out, oh yeah, I've increased the damage of my thing, or no, this doesn't have a noticeable effect because it's not actually a ranged attack. So without a proper knowledge, I just have to drop this. I cannot afford to have that slot be taken up like that. Ah, I popped the Takodachi. I just wanted the lab. I don't think we're going to be using any DXP items at this point. We just get to suffer. Oh, you know what really pissed me off this week? Above and beyond everything else that happened? Was Netflix is trying to force people into using the accounts only in the household. So I have to get a code from my parents who actually have the account, and I can just go fuck myself. I'm just not allowed to use Netflix until I don't know when. But I got the code, so I should be good for a week, and I downloaded a bunch of stuff, but I don't think it'll allow me to watch the stuff that I've downloaded after those days. It's just very rude that they decided to do this to me. Ooh, a triple. Those are all good in my estimation. But yeah, like, back in the day, I canceled my own Netflix account because there was no point once I was able to get... Well, once I knew that my parents had their own. Okay, we'll do this one first. But now, they want me to, because I'm not on the same IP network, it's just frustrating. They're getting very greedy, and I don't want to pirate the media that I want to watch. But if they're going to put so many hassles in the way, barriers, then it seems like more and more of a good thing. Just for convenience. Netflix used to be so convenient. you would have one account and everybody would watch it, and it'd be everybody inside the house, your family members. You'd all get to watch all the shows. And now, well, everybody knows. They're just getting too greedy with it. In addition to losing all the contracts because everybody else is trying to get a finger of that pie, when licensing deals would obviously be like an insane way of not spending money, but also just having passive income. Like, who the fuck wants to watch Peacock? There's nothing on it, except for maybe one show every once in a while. Like, as much as the devil as Crunchyroll is, unless you're watching a specific thing, pretty much everything's on there. It's sort of a monopoly that Netflix used to be. And I'm gonna risk it. The damage increase is really good. Just don't get hit, Fivehead. We've got defensive items and healing. What is slowly chipping away at me? Does somebody have a damage over time effect that I am unaware of? Am I somehow dealing damage to myself? Like, why is my shield slowly depleting over time? Or is that just the interaction between the plushie and shield, is you take the damage to the shield? I guess that makes sense. That's not the best reaction, though. It would be... yeah, I guess that's what it is, because it's just a buffer of temporary hit points. So that's where the damage would go. I guess it's better that the damage goes on there rather than onto the face, because that would break certain things. Makes sense to me. Yeah, if anybody watches this later and knows if Ina's attack is melee or ranged or where to find that information, post it in the comments, because I would love to know how to assemble that information for myself. Gotta pick up something new. I think that it's BL book because I've already got the maxed out axe, which is half the battle. Oh my goodness. Why am I taking so much damage? I guess this is the power of face mask? I don't know, probably. Already max, jeez. I need a sandwich. Toot sweet. I need more sandwiches. The face mask was not a good idea. I regret it. Let's roll some upgrades. Nope. So we've maxed out some... Oh no, it's just... Yeah, there we go. Regeneration... Probably fine where we're at. Increasing amount of holocoins. Well, I guess that's the end of it. Sure. Ina's not been doing so great for me, so let's go next in line and try Callie. Oh yeah, I forgot I have this ability. Oh well. And Dad's been... I'm not paying as much attention to Callie as I used to. It's probably just not getting suggested as much anymore. Like, I think I've missed the last couple of her releases. But I see her all the time. She's kind of the new... not face of Hololive, but face of EN, I guess. Like, anytime that they need somebody, they card out Callie. And part of that's probably because of geographical location. Like, just being there in Japan makes it very easy. And also being from EN1. It's a very convenient proposition. Just, hey, could you come into the studio for a little bit? And it's definitely good that, like, she is such a dedicated and hard worker, because I think that I would simply collapse under that workload, especially if it was suddenly thrust upon me. If at any point it was, like, from 0 to ridiculously busy schedule, nah. No forewarning, just out of nowhere, boom. Just finish off study glasses and then we'll look at other things. Maxing out the EXP item is probably the best thing we can do in the first 2 minutes of the game. Wait until there's something to actually upgrade. Not feeling the glow stick yet. Sure, we'll start working on... excuse me. Okay. Absolutely bonkers. Isn't there an achievement for getting level 100? Was that a thing, or am I just making stuff up? I very probably don't know what I'm talking about. That's why it was kind of nice that one time where somebody was active in chat. I could just ask questions, and with the slight delay, the game really wants to give me limiter this run. I don't think it does a whole lot for me, other than just basic limiter stuff. I used to crutch hard on limiter, just always pick it whenever it came up. We're taking a bunch of damage. A healing item would not be amiss here. I don't usually go for headphones, but they're at this point of the game, at this moment, they seem like they'd be fine. I tried playing an old deck on another arena account today. I played 3 games for a quest trying to do Rakdos stuff. Just all 3 games. Well, so the first one was best of 1 because I forgot to click the best of 3 button. It's a best of 3 deck. Yeah, just got bodied by chocobos because I couldn't find a single piece of removal. Next one got taken to cleaners by mice, and like I sideboarded all of my control elements and could not deal with them. And then, well, game 1, it was like I top decked 3 Thought Seizes into a burn deck, and it was just like, well, and then the 3rd game was against another Rakdos person comboing out with Itali, and everything would go great, but the problem was it was basically impossible to keep him from comboing off in the late game. He could just top deck his win condition. He needed nothing on the board. And that was rough. Oh dear, oh dear. The bats, they're coming to get me. Excuse me, miss, I would very much like a healing item now. Waiter, waiter, one healing item. Yeah, like, the game was good, but their top end, their ability to just click the I win button if they drew it, I couldn't do anything about it. Like, I could strip them down to 0 cards in hand, and then they would top deck something, and it would just get them increasingly incremental advantage over me. And the stuff that they were playing is like, I would need a 2-for-1, like mirror the like there was a bunch of stuff for a like a polymorph style thing. I don't know. Like they just had it every time. I managed to win the first game through sheer dumb luck and being able to out-control the ways of bullshit. Because I comboed into Itali, got nothing from me, didn't get much from them. And I was able to pull it out, but then in the next game, it was just like, I couldn't be a control deck to them, so I guess I should have gone more aggro. I don't know. It was rough. Like how your mother likes it. You know, another thing that I was thinking of is I used to do a lot more cooking, and I think I must have like broken out of the habit because first off, I haven't really done cooking in a while. Second off, I don't know why I don't want to cook. I don't know if it's just a timing thing. It's an energy thing. I have no idea. Cooking was fun. Baking was where I was at. You don't need enough flavor palettes quite so much when you're baking because it is, you know, cooked by numbers. If you get the technique right, you're doing it correctly. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff that I like to bake is like cookies and cakes and pies, which is all super fattening. And yeah, it's like, maybe that's it. Maybe I just don't want to bake normal stuff. I just want to bake desserts. But then I have to eat the entire dessert before it goes bad. And then I just feel like a fat ass. I don't like to pay a lot of attention to my weight, my body, and all that stuff. But sometimes it's like, I think I miss being a little bit thinner. Like, I was the skinny kid growing up. And now, got a little bit of weight on me. Really grown into that masculine physique of the late 1600s ideal. I'm not a dad, but I got that dad bod going. I'm growing into it. The dad bod's really becoming apparent. Was that pun a stretch? No more than my skin's been stretching. I like the... Yep. I sure do like it. Uh-oh. I got caught on something for a hot second, and now I'm gonna die. Okay. Crisis averted. We're just gonna dip close to the sun. Okay. Oh, that's bad. Mistakes were made. Rectifying. Ooh, for some reason, Callie is also squishy. Callie is one of those people who YouTube cannot stop attempting to dox for me. Like, dude, we get it. Everybody knows. My favorite was I got an audition tape with like full government name written on it. Like, come on, dude. You could not be trying any less. Worst kept secret in Hololive. Oh man, remember earlier when I was mentioning the game rolling me into a comfortable place to fall asleep? I just had that moment, that like micro sleep where your head goes down and you jerk up really suddenly. Let me adjust my butt. My chair. Should I do a hand cam stream later in the week as my next Guerilla stream? Because everything's all set up. I don't need to move everything around again. Because I got that second mic hooked up and set up correctly. Knowing that the paint's not going to be here for a year, I almost feel like I should pick up more paints if I'm going to be doing painting streams. I won't be able to do a concept to print this week because of the thing. Oh, that was another thing. I wanted to hook up like a secondary computer out in the printing room so that I could live stream on Twitch the 3D printer going. And I could just stream for the duration of the print itself, and then a little bit of time beyond that, and then have it shut off on its own. Because I figured out how to stop a stream, at least on YouTube. So maybe I have to check and see if OBS has a, or the Stream Deck has a plugin for Twitch to stop it. Because if I can do that, then it'd be pretty easy to set it up so that I can just hook it up that, oh, a 9-hour and 24-minute delay or something, and then just set it up, press the button, and then record myself setting it up. I also was looking into getting a fume hood for the 3D printer because, you know, we don't really know the long-term health benefits, or not benefits, health risks of breathing that stuff in. But a fume hood container like thing, they're really expensive. The one that I was looking at that could hold both was over $200. Oh look, I haven't actually gravitated towards this collab again. It's not my favorite, but I like both of these individually. Is it new? Is it a repeat? It could be the body pillow. No, just straight up Gorilla Claw. I think headphones is only 3 tiers, so if I pick that now, then I'll never see it again. Which is nice. Oh yeah, my friend who streams that was in here the other day, so this 5-2, completely forgot that I streamed on YouTube, and so some of the advice that he's giving me for like bots and stuff just is not applicable, because they're Twitch only bots. I don't even know what bots there are for YouTube. Because of course, like, I don't have any engagement going on right now, but I know that YouTube likes engagement. And if it notices that there's a party going on, then it'll recommend it to more people. But Twitter keeps getting recommended or, you know, subscribed only by other creators or like people that I know. I wasn't expecting to get carried by friends and family, but it is a little bit weird that they haven't, you know, I don't know, it's weird. I don't feel like I'm owed anything, but I'm also not getting like overwhelming support. Which isn't something that I need to expect from people that I know, but I don't know. Maybe I just have, maybe because it is a lack of viewers, but I haven't found the magic yet. That magical thing that'll keep bringing me back even if I'm sick or like, man, I've missed streaming. Because at this point it's just playing the game normally but with extra steps. The only thing that streaming has done is let me start a couple story games that I've been putting off of for such an event, and getting me to grind a little bit more on Hololive, but since this isn't my original account, I don't think it really counts. Right? I always like the fact that this game can be played one-handed, and it's not for any Guna reasons, it's just literally an accessibility feature, I think. Like, yeah, of course it's going to be harder because you can't point your weapon at anything, but you could do it. I'm playing for the last like 5 minutes with just my left hand. Right hand just kind of sitting down, doing nothing. And honestly, unless you're getting chased down by a boss, it's perfectly viable. Ooh. Tense moments. Pure gaming with me. So we're just gonna keep selling these things. What collab do I want? I think the fire bucket would be good. This one of the collabs with Ian Curse. BL book, yes. But what do I want after that? I say as if I'm going to keep playing. I've got 1 minute left before the boss. There's no collabs that's going to be happening. We don't do that here. We are sort of done with collabs. We have a new temp worker at my job, and he's only there because the company's, well, okay, so specifically he's there because one of my coworkers is an asshole and just decided that he wasn't going to be working. but maybe we just want to push the upgrade. But we got this new guy in, and he, like, okay, so it wasn't too bad yesterday, but based only on projects completed and stuff done, he did more in the day than the other guy who normally is here, the guy who's on vacation this week. Not the asshole one, the other one. And I'm pretty sure that he's significantly faster than the other guy, and even myself. There's not going to be as much to do today, but... oh dear. Oh, mistakes were made. Where's my cheeseburgers? Panic! Oh. Energy drink. Nice. The cheap one, pickup range, yeah. Regeneration, yeah. Defense up. We're definitely getting to that point where I'm gonna be quickly running out of coins after a specific run. Still don't need that. Could be a little bit more aggressive. I guess we can't, not with this mount. So let's grab a character. If we get Fubuki, then we'll play her. We have a 1 in 4 chance. Alright, the game says we're playing Kotome. I just want different music. But I don't want to do it on that. So we'll take an easy run. I'm pretty sure I already got the TV achievement. I need to take a look and see which of the really easy achievements I haven't got yet. Like the ones that are supposed to get you to pay attention to some features. Like, how deep do I want to go into this? Do I want to actually try the Tower of Doom as a stream? Because I normally hate that kind of stuff. And then I picked up Clair Obscure. Oh yeah, I did find out that apparently the dodge command has a higher success window than the parry window. So indeed, trying to parry things is a recipe for disaster. At least until I get better at it. Give me them beauties. So let me get back to that. One of the things I do like about Clair Obscure is I decided not to have a different thumbnail every time. Like Magic, I feel like I kind of need a different thumbnail every time. Still need to figure out if I want to buy the 50 packs. because just opening stuff would be nice. Improving the one deck, maybe building another one. Because I'm sure there's going to be something that I'm going to want to build a Brawl deck for. And I'm obviously going to have to switch some cards out of the Brawl deck that I already have. Because there's definitely some stuff that's rotating out of that. So my question is the reason that the ultimate ability stuns is because everybody who gets hit gets a gigantic finger up their ass and they're just stunned by that decision? I was gonna say that's dark, but that's not the right adverb for that. So many things, they hurt a lot. My DPS seems rather low. And Yago's gone. That's the first time that I've lost a Yago on this account. Continuous stream of punches. Continuous stream of normal punches. So if I get enough haste, do I just simply do the JoJo aura? Oh no, the hour-and-a-half curse. Running out of things to talk about. Terrible. Where do these crates keep coming from? We'll pick up an idol costume. I do enjoy using my special. So, we haven't picked up anything yet. We've got spider cooking just about every run. I think that we want to diversify a little bit. I don't know exactly how Coroni's skills work, but if I get this and the fire one, I might be able to just point at stuff and everything in front of us dies. Yeah, that. You know what would be really fun, due to things that have been happening, if we pretended like it was almost 500 years in the future, and Coco came back into Hololive. I think that that would be fun. Normal anvils can be used twice, only applies to anvils since taking this item. I don't think we have the other one was credit card. I don't think we have the space in our build for a credit card build. reduce max HP by 20% as well. Sure. That seems a little bit easier to deal with than just straight up 30% more just for more damage. It's not like I have any items that rely on me having an excess of health. Not this run, anyway. Ah. That's a lot of damage reduction, actually. I didn't realize that whatever skills gave her damage reduction. That's a tanky dog. Ooh, lava buckets. Ah. Next level up, I'm gonna get a drink of water. Water. Remember to drink something. You probably haven't been drinking enough today. That reminds me, I want to do the silly ASMRs at some point. I wonder if do I need to buy a special mic for that, or are there mic settings for that? There's the credit card, and we're never going to see the anvil again, so... let's re-roll on this one. Pretty sure X Potato has a good collab with something. Oh, we're devouring this flying horn. We're not really a crit character, so Gorilla's Paw's not bad. Just need more stats. If I can throw a continuous stream of punches, I'll be happy. Just like a fire hose, but of punches. I want Cyclops' eye lasers, but the character in Hololive. Ooh. That happened. What happened to my build? Actually, energy drink might be all of the stats that I've been missing, in addition to just having a very fragile character before this. Because this is much closer to a playable speed. It's not that I want to concentrate on getting speed up on every character in the upgrades, but you really miss it when you don't have it. Did I mention that I started playing Baldur's Gate again? I've got a whole new character because, of course I do. Yeah, we want that. So I am playing a halfling bard because being the face of the party as the tab is probably for the best. And I am at the point where I have beaten the goblin camp and am like trying to figure out how do I want to deal with Auntie Ethel, because one of the things that I was trying to do was I tried to arcane lock the stairway down, but she's either ignoring it or unlocking it immediately. I can't trap her on the first floor. So I think my plan is to use all of the barrels of smoke powder that I've accumulated and place them in her house and then set fire to the world. Is what I want to do. I'm playing a good playthrough. I want to have, if I can, I want to try and save everybody. So I'm going for the save everybody achievement with the tieflings, and I'm also trying to get the, goodness gracious. I also want to get the saving. I don't think there's an achievement for it, but I want to save all 7 of the people enchanted in her basement. Because I didn't know that you could do that on my original good playthrough. I mean, I'm going to miss on the +1 stat bonus, but I wasn't going to let that slide anyway. Because if I can take her out on the first floor, I don't see any real downsides in a good playthrough. Have you ever played a game where they just really poorly balance the moral decision tree, where it's... you don't really get a benefit for being evil? It's all balanced around the same stuff, so you do all the moral choices just for funsies, but... like, evil playthroughs can be really unsatisfying if there's no reason to be evil other than just being evil. Since I'm not doing a Dark Urge run, there's not a lot of incentive for it, you know? So on certain Hololive fans, where are we getting the fingers from? Because obviously, I think I'm just going to reroll this one. Increase crit? No, we've already given up crit. Glow stick. If we can, I think it's glow stick fan beam. We could, in theory, in the next 8 minutes. That's going to be rough. But we could, in theory, get the super collab. Have I done that before? Glow stick fan beam. No. Maybe I haven't. Alright, well, we're jonesing for the fan beam now. Also, I never realized in Baldur's Gate that using your illithid powers a lot doesn't really have a downside, does it? There's a couple dialogue things from the narrator where they say that you're losing parts of yourself, but other than one thing in Act 3 that I've never experienced because I've only ever gotten to Act 2, there's no change if you like use illithid powers and all that nonsense. Ooh. Oh no. I think we want to pick up an item. We'll just pick up just bandage because I've run out of eliminations in the rolls. And I still want that fan beam if I can get it. We'll get to level 50. That's not a problem. Then what? Also, shouldn't I have a collab popping up right now for the two things that I have upgraded? Wasn't that Dragon's Fire? Am I very much mistaken? Ah, there we go. It was Fan Beam, right? I think so. Come on, you can do this. We just gotta power this out. We've only got certain options, so every choice should be leaning towards our build now. We got 6 minutes. We got an upgraded 5 stack of glasses. At the same time, the researcher glasses and the lab coat would be a pretty potent combination. I will take it. Not exactly what I want. That was a pity pick, but sure. Diversity higher. Another thing that I started listening to recently was some audiobooks. Have you ever heard of the Gotrek and Felix novels from Warhammer Fantasy, the Old World stuff? Because I've been watching videos about Old World factions stuff. I'm not planning on picking up the game or anything, but those books just sounded like a lot of fun. And so I picked them up on Audible and I've been listening to them at work. And yeah, they're a lot of fun. A lot of good characters in them. Like, I really enjoy the stuff that's going on with the Skaven B/C plot. I think I'm going to put 4, maybe 5. I really like Snorri. Snorri is a fun character. Ah, stop it. currently on an airship after finding some stuff. Not the biggest spoilers in the world. It's that each of the books is relatively separate. I think that they've got the airship in the last 2 books, but they've been using it to get around, and it's not its own set piece. It's just kind of a plot contrivance so far. It's not like it's its own personality or anything. Like, you know how sometimes in some books, the city or whatever they're in will essentially be another character because of how much personality the setting has? Airship doesn't really have that as much. It's just another piece of the setting. I think Thankwall was in the first book. Thankwall's also a fun character. He's got what has been described to me as the curse of chaos, where chaos makes you believe that. So you know how narratively there's usually a main character. The curse of chaos says, "Hey, you know how there's that guy? You are that guy. You are the coolest guy around. Whatever it is that you want in life, that could be you. Why shouldn't it be?" It is an inner monologue of main character syndrome. Like, nothing's your fault. The world is your oyster. Everybody else should just get behind you. And that's basically just the Skaven as a character concept. Okay, what went wrong? Do I not have super collabs? I should have super collabs just because I have collabs. That's a level 50. Maybe it's not Fan Beam and Glow Sticks? But I could have sworn that it was. I got the idol costume. What is wrong? Minutes, HN, beloved. Oh wait, hold on. No, that's the thing. May as well. Really during the playthrough, you always have access to those, oh, your enemies drop one skill and then you get to keep it forever. Those kind of stacking things. And then you get to a boss and you no longer have infinity access to enemies walking across the screen to give you the item, so you end up with less stacks of the thing. I honestly never even noticed it before. That's like such a reduction of haste. I couldn't help but notice. Ooh. I think I can get one upgrade to one thing. Yeah, we definitely want another of those. We get another of those. And we get Fubuki? Nope. Nope. Fubuki eludes us. Alright. I am falling asleep in my chair. I think I'm gonna call it there. So, we'll see if there's gonna be a stream tomorrow. I'm just doing Guerilla this week because I cannot be bothered to try and figure out how things are gonna go. If you watch the VOD, thank you very much. Everything, every little watch helps. I think my most viewed thing is like 8, so if we can break that record at some point, that'd be great. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube things. Every little bit helps the tiny content creators with 2 subscribers. So, yeah. Have a good evening. See you when I see you, and bye.